Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to rank Demetrious Johnson, aka Mighty Mouse, in my fighter rankings. If you want to know if he's my first S-class fighter, stick around and watch the video all the way to the end. I've already done fighter rankings for Khabib and Izzy, so if you're interested, feel free to check out those videos too. Alright, let's get started. In the first category, we have striking, which is divided into 4 major and 2 minor subcategories. First up is boxing. His hands are fast, and he shows some technique as well. That's why I'm giving him a C+ for this. His kicks are also extremely technical and fast. He uses his inside leg kicks strategically with good precision, and he always targets different heights on his opponent. His kicks get a B. I think his knees and elbows are really solid. He uses his knees particularly effectively in the clinch, but also in normal stand-up fighting. His timing is spot on, and his frequency is high. Add to that his speed, which earns him an A for this. I think his sense of distance is quite good. He can quickly close the gap and land his strikes. Above all, he's good at judging how far his opponent's strikes can reach so he can step out of range. His sense of distance gets a solid B. I'd give his precision a C+ and his timing a B. When I look at everything together and consider his striking as a whole, I'd give him a B for it. Let's move on to grappling. His judo is decent, but I don't think he uses it very often, since his takedowns and ground game are based more on wrestling and BJJ. That's why his judo gets a D. His BJJ is very clean. He controls his opponents well and often uses the same tactics. First, he passes the guard and then moves into side control. From there, he isolates his opponent's arm by connecting his head, bicep, and forearm to deliver ground and pound and prevent his opponent from moving. Otherwise, he attempts a kimura. If the opponent defends it, Mighty Mouse transitions into an armbar. If the individual steps don't work, he mixes them up repeatedly, which causes the opponent trouble even when he knows what's coming. His BJJ gets an A. His wrestling is truly magnificent. He executes his takedowns extremely quickly, and his timing is always spot on. That also gets an A. When I look at his grappling as a whole, I'd give him an A+ for it. Now let's move on to the clinch and ground and pound. Both striking and grappling come into play with these two aspects. DJ's ground and pound is really good because he's able to isolate his opponent's body parts and then land effective, clean ground and pound strikes. A. His clinch skills are top-notch. He consistently lands good knees and is always active. He's intelligent and knows when he has the advantage, how to use that advantage, and when it's better to break the clinch. He also incorporates takedowns occasionally. Ultimately, he can bring his entire arsenal to bear in the clinch, which is why this deserves an A+. Let's move on to the next category, physical abilities. He's strong and deserves a B. His speed is truly amazing. His double legs are extremely fast, as are his strikes, and the way he closes the distance or steps back is also ultra-fast. In my opinion, that deserves a clear S. His power is quite good, a B. I think his stamina is really good. He's already fought so many 5-round bouts and has done it all in those 5 rounds, striking, grappling, and yet he was still fresh at the end. His endurance gets an A. What I also like is his tenacity. He can definitely take a punch and is tough as nails. He can endure a lot, which is why he gets a B for that. Now let's talk about his movement. He's light on his feet, switching very smoothly and cleanly between both stances and stand-up fighting, but also between stand-up fighting and grappling. When I watch his fights and see him switch stances, I often don't even notice that he's switched from orthodox to southpaw or vice versa, because it just looks so natural. His reactions are quick, and he gets an A+ for that. Overall, his physical abilities get an A. The last category is mental attitude. His fight IQ is outstanding, and I simply have to give him an S for that. He knows exactly what to do and what's best for him and his situation, and he acts accordingly. I give his mental attitude an A. That's because he remains extremely calm and composed even in difficult situations and doesn't let himself get flustered, even when he's in an extremely challenging position. What I'd also like to add is that his fighting spirit has never been lacking or waned in any fight. He's been focused in the cage and has always delivered. I give his mental attitude an S. Now let's move on to the final fighter ranking. Striking B, grappling A+, physical abilities A, and mental attitude S. If we take the average, it comes out to about an A. However, I'd like to highlight his ability to combine different martial arts styles. He's truly exceptional at this. He transitions between styles so fluidly, and it comes across so naturally. And on top of that, there's his own strength in each individual category. In my opinion, that's exactly what mixed martial arts is all about. You have to be good at everything, and you have to be able to defend yourself in any situation, whether on the ground or in stand-up fighting. What takes MMA to the next level is the combination and transition between these elements. All in all, I give Demetrious Johnson an S. He's the first fighter I've ever ranked in the S class. If you liked the video and want to see more like this in the future, feel free to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below telling us how you'd rate DJ.